Good morning. It is January 30th. Today is Wednesday. Woo! We made it 30 days strong. The Scott McKenna challenge was to vlog every day for 30 days straight, hitting that upload button, producing some type of content on a daily basis, and we've accomplished that in the first 30 days of the year, getting 2019 off to a great start, feeling pretty good about where we're at business-wise, as a channel, as a content creator, trying to find my own. So, it's really cold out. We're looking at -1 degrees here in Dayton, Ohio. Not a lot of snow on the ground, just really cold. Like, so cold that it hurts to touch the steering wheel. Anyway, let's roll the intro and let's get into today's vlog, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's start it. All right, so today I kind of wanted to look back at the last 30 days and kind of see, where we're at. See where we were at 30 days ago. Try and figure out, what we've accomplished, what we haven't accomplished, what we're looking to accomplish, things we've tried. Kind of want to look back and just kind of not necessarily experience what we've done, but I just want to look back and say, you know what? These past 30 days, we've made progress, and that's really what I want to. That's what I wanted to accomplish with this challenge, was just to make progress. Right? It's not about hitting the upload button and just putting anything out there. It's about making progress every day for 30 days. So, with that being said, let's get into our list. Let's get into the things we've accomplished, and these are in no particular order, just things that kind of come to mind that we've done in so before we start the 30 days, let's kind of look at where we were coming into the 30 days. So we had a channel, right? I have a channel, Graphic Sauce Media. It's I had like 2 or 3 followers, whatever. I'm really looking for a place to kind of point people to for my wedding videos and create content that people will enjoy, that are filmmakers and things like that. People just starting out, kind of more leaning towards like the budget side of things, because that's where I started out. So there was a couple of videos up there. I posted my first video that I released, that I was hired for, wasn't paid for, just a free video. And looking back on it, there's definitely some places for improvement. But given the fact that I had picked up a video camera for a live event in probably about 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years. Actually more than that, because I graduated in 2005 from college, and my senior year we had a senior project, and I was one of the editors and filmmakers for that senior project. So it's been a hot minute. Now granted, I had some experience, in front of a camera with the Ball and Chain podcasts and the streams that I've done over on our 72 DPI channel, which is our video game channel, our gaming clan channel. So I have had some experience in front of the camera. Now, in setting that up. Now behind the camera is a completely different story. So we got that posted. We did a couple of videos about budget equipment and things like that. Recorded quite a few additional episodes that haven't been released yet, and going back and looking at those. I want to reshoot those, and I want to do a little bit better job with those pre-recorded videos. And then we had a couple daily vlogs leading up to in the tail end of 2018. I talked about what was on my mind at the time, you know, some strategy things like having a backup plan and things like that, and, you know, stuff about customer experience and all that stuff. So I had figured out that I wanted to record 3 videos, 3 vlogs a week leading into 2019. That was the goal. And then Scott McKenna comes along and says, hey, I challenge you to release a video every day. Do a daily vlog. Because the more you do it, the better it feels, the more productive you become. And he says that his success and a lot of his clients come from 2 places, either referrals or from his YouTube channel. People saw his channel and like, oh, I really like the way this guy works. I like the product that he's producing, and I like his content. So let's hire him. And then probably from those people he gets referrals and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty sure the man's speaking the truth. So I tend to believe him on that side of things. So, at the end of the day, we only increased 1 subscriber. So, and that's fine. I'm not really worried about that. Our views, however, have gone up. And again, not worried about that either. What I am worried about is the level of content, is the quality of the content. I want to make sure that, it's not just time lapses of me working. It's actually me giving some type of benefit to my viewers. And again, I think through this 30-day period, I've discovered that I want to, in fact, reach that budget audience, that people that are first starting out, and kind of give them that nudge, like, hey, yes, it is possible to do this, and in hindsight, where I am relative to my goal, I don't have proof that it works, like personally, but following Scott as a mentor, as someone to look up to and kind of, not necessarily base my business on, but someone that I can look at and say, it worked for him, why not for me? If I have the same work ethic, if I have the same drive, the same motivation, why can't it work for me? So I think I've discovered who my target audience is going to be, for these vlogs and for this channel, is really trying to reach that budget, that new videographer, and getting them to believe in themselves, getting them to understand, I can do this. It's not hard, right? Well, take it back. It is hard. Anything worth doing is hard. Anything worth doing takes work, but it's not impossible. I think that's the key. When you first start your business, when you first have this idea of, I want to do this, like, you just you make a list, right? You make a list of things that you have to do to even get started, and it can be daunting. It can be so overwhelming that you're just like, if you don't have like that push or that person to say, you can do it. I want to be that person for some people. I want people, even if it's just one person, right? If one person happens to get suggested a video or comes across one of my videos by accident or whatever, and they're like, you know what, this is possible, then I will consider that a success. So, outside of target audience, being budget friendly, new videographers, I still want to document my journey. That's what this YouTube channel has been all about from, since day one, is documenting the journey. And I think that in of itself will cater to that target audience that I've selected. So the other thing that we started up during this vlog, these 30 days, is going to Tuesdays Together here in the Dayton branch. Amanda invited me to her Tuesdays Together, and if you're not familiar with what it is, we did a vlog on it a while ago. They meet the second Tuesday of every month, and it's a bunch of entrepreneurs, small business owners, and it's mostly wedding related things, but they're wedding related individuals, whether it's planners, photographers, videographers, caterers, things like that. But there's also other people in there as well. It just so happens that this group is primarily made up of that industry. But you get together, it's someone gives, they have like a speech, or someone's hosting it, so they give some type of talk on a topic or whatever, and there's usually a discussion that follows, or an activity for the crowd or whatever. And it was one of those things that was really rejuvenating, and it's something that I feel is necessary. Again, kind of like one of those pick-me-ups, right? Where you're like, man, this list is just massive. I don't know where to start. You know what? I'll start it tomorrow. I'll push it off till tomorrow. And this meeting completely wiped that away, right? And I don't know if it was just because of the topic of the meeting, or if it was the meeting in general. Now I've only gone to one, but I fully intend to go to the one in February and make it a habit, because of, I want to experiment. I want to make sure, like, okay, was it the topic that kind of got me all fired up, or was it the actual going to the meeting, meeting these individuals, and just talking about business that got me fired up? I believe it's the latter, but I just want, again, you always want to evaluate what you're doing and making sure that it's the best thing possible. Is going to this thing every 4 Tuesdays, is it worth my time? Would my time be better spent out, working on projects, or, trying to reach new clients? Or is this something that really works for me? Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's the latter, but we're going to test that out this February. So I highly recommend finding some type of group like that physically meets once a month is perfect, right? Once a month is perfect. Physically meets at a location, and it just talks business, right? If you're having problems with something, or maybe you're having success with something, and you want to go share that success. Maybe someone's having problems, or someone's fell off the wagon a little bit, and they need someone there. Be a support group, because you never know when you're going to need that support. 9 to 5 is over. Back on our way home, but we've got a quick pit stop. We need to head over to Kroger real quick, pick up a couple odd end things for dinner tonight. The wife had a rough day, and just a rough day at the office, so I figured I'd pick her up a bottle of wine and try to ease things up a little bit. But some lessons learned. We will probably talk about those lessons another day. It's still a little too fresh to talk about now, so we'll talk about those another day. Some of the other things we talked about in these past 30 days was we looked at our business plan and building a business plan. Some popular things that go into building, a document that you can kind of use as a roadmap, and really just a living document is really kind of what we kind of focused on with our business plan. We also looked at my customer profile page, which we also made some changes to and updated that as well, because there's the first draft is always the first draft, right? There's always improvements to be made, so we went ahead and made those changes, things like that. We did a vlog about rejection and how to deal with rejection, and things to learn from those learning experiences. So lots of good topics that we covered over the past 30 days, and some vlogs that we've done. They weren't all they were cracked up to be. They weren't jam-packed full of content. But again, you're going to have those days, right? You're going to have those days where not a lot's going on, and you're just trying to, kind of move the ball forward and make sure every day is worthwhile, and, that's all there's to it. So we're going to head over to Kroger real quick, pick up a couple things, and then head home. We've got a phone call with the potential bride at 7:30, somewhere between 7 and 7:30. She's going to be calling us. All right, so we made it home from the store. Just waiting on potential client to call, and yeah, I got all my information put together, client sheet put together with all the information I already know: wedding date, quoted price, budget, what I've already sent her through prior correspondence, email, Facebook messaging, things like that, as far as like conversation, things like that. So I got all that ready to go, and got my basically my scripting, my different packages, things like that. Just kind of ready to take the call. So we're just waiting on her to call, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we're going to end the vlog there. We had a really productive day. We were able to talk to one of our brides and grooms tonight. Really enjoyed that. Had a really good discussion there. Seems to be, you know, the music thing is the music and copyrighted music seems to be a sticking point. But, you know, my advice is just be upfront with your clients. You know, just explain the situation, explain your solution, and then explain why, how the solution was approached. So for example, I don't use copyrighted music without a license to do so in my videos because I don't want to be sued. I don't want to lose my house. I don't want to put my family's financial future in jeopardy, and I'm trying to build a business. That's all there is to it. My solution is I've got a few different websites that I've subscribed to. They're monthly fees, and they're unlimited downloads. So it's not like I can only download so many songs for your wedding. I have unlimited. So I pick music that I have the license, that I have the rights to use, and over time I gain your trust, right? I learn about you. I learn about what your music tastes are, what you like, what you don't like, and I put that, I write that information down, and I put that knowledge to work when I'm selecting your music. So, and the way it works is, if I deliver your video and for some reason you're not satisfied with the music, we can come back, we can look at it and say, okay, well, here's some options that I was choosing, I could choose from. Like which ones of these do you really enjoy? And we can make a revision. That's not, I'm not really, this doesn't bother me that much. Um, and if that doesn't work, I've got a plan B. Tell you what, you give me a couple of your favorite artists, a couple of your favorite genres, and and I could try and match it up with what I have available to me. Granted, it's not going to be the same song, but the tone, the pace, the feel of that, that will be similar. So have a backup plan. Be upfront with your customers. This is going to be something that's a huge sticking point for them. And they'll have questions, right? Well, what if you're recording our first dance and the song is playing in the background? Is that okay? No, unfortunately not. I asked my lawyer, and they said no. That's still copyright infringement. I did bring up the fact that my lawyer did say that we can attempt to purchase a license. That process will probably start about around $1,000, and that's to cover like the time to obtain that license. Now, depending on if the record label is more responsive or what, depending on the time, whatever money's left over from that $1,000, they can put towards purchasing the actual license. So most of the time when you put that information out there, it kind of opens up the client's eyes and says, oh wow, so you're not talking about $1 iTunes download. You're talking about actually speaking to a record label. Yes I am. So, and find if you're getting really serious into this, talk to a lawyer. Most lawyers will actually speak to you for free, like for the first couple sessions, right? Because they know, kind of like what we're doing, they know if they build rapport with their clients that they'll come back for more. They'll come back for more. So, find one that's local to you, or find one that's that you've worked with before, or a recommendation. I would offer a recommendation for mine. His firm actually is in my hometown of Tiffin. So I figure, so driving wise, if we ever had to do something, would probably get quite expensive because he'd have to drive the 3 hours down here. But I trust him, it's a small town. We're both from the same place. So I found, and I like the guy. So, so just be upfront with your couples. Don't be afraid to stand for the right thing to do. And the funny thing is, the couple that I was actually speaking with today, the gentleman told me, he's like, well, I really appreciate that you're doing things by the books. It really kind of makes me feel good that you're taking this seriously. I was like, yeah, of course. This is what I want to do. I'm not joking around. Like, absolutely. And he's like, because there's some companies out there. He's like, I'll fully admit, there's some companies out there that are that they're just recording anything, put anything out there. And I was like, I hate to say it, but they can do. If you feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. But as a creative person, I wouldn't want someone stealing my work and using it for their benefit, right? And the thing is, if someone wanted to steal my work and they came to be like, hey, I want to use your videography in my session, in my blah blah blah, whatever it is, chances are I'd be okay with it, right? Chances are. But I want to know the person that's using it. I want to know what they're using it for. It's not just like an open invitation. Definitely not an open invitation. But yeah, so it's just common courtesy between creatives. So, all right, guys, we got some work to do before we go to bed. I want to get this vlog edited and get everything up and running. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. We hit that 30-day mark. I'm so excited and pumped. I'm ready to continue on this venture. Thank you for being here with me. See you guys tomorrow.